Good morning or good night. Today we're not talking about the reason why I disappeared for such a long time. I'm sorry. Instead, we're talking about men. I played New Carnival / New Carnival Bliss for about a month because I wanted to make this video for Valentine's Day, and that was a week's time span, but then I got sick and I couldn't record anything because my voice sounded like corpse. And now in return, I'm making a video for White Day instead. So it's close enough in my books. What is New Carnival Bliss? According to the Google Play Store,
Hell no, man. What the fuck?
Eden, and that is the main protagonist that you're seeing on the logo and on New Carnivals. That's Eden. That is you. You're playing Eden, I think. Kind of. The entire story of New Carnival is okay. It's basic. It's Final Fantasy. You have to go out and you collect the 7 crystals to save the world and Mr. Krabs. Okay, it's whatever. And in this game, it's your typical isekai of man gets isekai into another world and he's like, oh god, and then he's trying to get back to his world, but things ensue and he's like, maybe it's not that bad being here. And it's okay. What makes this game stand out is its characters, and its characters are really fun. I hate to admit it because I first heard about this game from Artist Alley, and the artist told me that the highlight of this game is the characters. And I was like, well, I mean, I wonder why it's the highlight of this game, you know? Honestly, I was wrong. Even though, yes, some of them are kind of just like the stereotypical husbando archetype, like how Olivine is the priest, but is also secretly horny for being a priest, but it's because he's deep down doesn't want to actually be a priest. He was just in a priestly family for such a long time, and he had to take care of the shrine for such a long time, to the point where he sabotaged the shrine to hopefully destroy the shrine so that he can live on with his life. Even Eden has more personality than most like quote-unquote date-like games like New Carnival, where there most of the time the protagonist has no personality, because the personality should be you know. I can self-insert so that I can text 707 and I can have a date with him. Eden's smug. Eden can talk to the guys really well. He can read the room, and he's fast-witted to know what to say and when to say things. And he's also horny at the correct times when he needs to be, and he's not horny all the time. He even wants to go back to the real world compared to the isekai world that he was brought into. And he gets challenged by Kuya later on to the story, where in reality he doesn't want to go back, but he at least wants to answer his question, or at least that's how I remembered it. That could be different, but I'm pretty sure he was like, oh, I want to prove myself that I'm not Huey, and if I do meet this Mr. Huey man, I'll need some answers. That's very cool. As of right now, my favorite character is Quincy, because I like his boobs, and also I like just his whole demeanor in general, where he wants to just go sleep, but when time comes to it, he can kick some shit up and do the job done, and then immediately go back to sleep afterwards. I think that's really funny. But I have a hinge. I really like Blade a lot. He's really fucking cute, and I didn't know that Ray existed until I started playing this game, and I have my eyes on him. It's just that he's really far into the story later on, and I've been getting my ass kicked. That's the segue to gameplay. Yippee! Gameplay is very simple. It's turn-based combat, technically, where most of the time you're just gonna put on auto and put 2 times, and you're gonna put it on mute and then look away and make some breakfast and then look back and you're gonna see the result screen. At least that's most of the time. That's how I play New Carnival, and that's how you're gonna get through most content. The only content I've ever had to actually play the game is when it came to Lost Relics, which is essentially endgame content where I've had to actually look at my phone and actively play against the boss stages, But that's about it. Even the regular enemy stages, I just put it on auto and put 2 times and don't worry about it. It's found that line of being really simple to the point where, yeah, you can have it on auto and don't worry about it and just watch effects kind of happen while also maybe seeing some titties here and there. And also on the line of it's not too boring to the point where that I don't even really want to be playing if I have to be playing, because when I do play, most of the time it's because I have to actually time out my attacks, see if I have to defend, if I have to use Yakumo's heal here or at the next turn before I get absolutely wiped by Ray or whoever. I don't know. Now for the thing that all of you are probably here for. The gay set. Other than the gay that you're getting at the beginning of the game, make sure that you're in your room with headphones on when you have your new carnival open. Even new Carnival Bliss, the gay is they're pretty vocal still, so make sure you got headphones or at least play on mute. Everything else is hidden behind progress, and they're also SSRs only, so oh gacha gods, please let me have gay with one of these 2 men today, please.
Whoa, 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 hey, hey!
Even then, when you do get the SSR, you still have to do a lot. You have to give them gifts until they're ready for the gay, and even when they're ready for the gay, you need either keys or you have to ascend them. And the easiest way to get keys is playing in the event, and I'm pretty sure you only get 1 key of select element. You can correct me in the comments if I'm wrong. I've only been here for a month compared to maybe 2 years compared to some of y'all, but you know, only 1 key. Use it wisely, okay? And or you can ascend them, and to ascend them you have to either get a dupe of said character, but if they're not on the banner, then you have to get these rainbow crystals so that you can get their ascension crystal things so that you can ascend them so you can have gay. But to have the rainbow crystals, you have to play in the current event that is playing right now, or you can get rainbow crystals by gacha-ing. It all comes back into the gacha. As fellow gamer Zero Foes puts it, pull for whoever makes you feel happy or makes you want to speed run room 3 and 5 for the sake of brutals. The SSR/5-star pull rate of this game is 1.6, which is better than Fate Grand Order, which is a good thing. There is technically a pity system in this game where if you do 200 pulls, you can get the SSR of your choice of the banner characters. In this case, if I did 200 pulls, then I'm guaranteed Kuya or Ray. But if I'm pulling and I pull Ray, that doesn't mean that my next SSR banner rate up character will be Kuya. I might pull another Ray, which is fine because then I'll be able to have gay. Overall quality of new Carnival, the art is amazing. I can't fault that. If you saw like these men, just the actual game characters, yeah, no kidding, I would want to play this game too. The music in this game is surprisingly good. Like, it's better than mid, that's for sure. It's not Arknight's level, but it's also not Duel Links level, where it's just, I would rather just play the game on mute. Technically, I do play on mute, but that's just because I want to save my phone battery, but it's whatever. UI is below mid. All the events and the special quests and stuff like that are all at the bottom where you have to slide and stuff like that. The gacha screen, everything's also at the bottom and with the characters on top, and when you scroll over the characters, you think that you're going to swap over the banners. And it doesn't, and it's like, bruh. And then when you get to the battle screen and you want to upgrade your characters because you're too weak, but you can't do it because then it'll just be like, oh, this is what your character does. You have to back out, hit allies, hit the info, which is all at the bottom of the screen again, and then hit level up, and then it sucks. Everything being at the bottom of the screen and small boxes like that too, At best, it just gets the job done. At worst, it's really cumbersome, and especially with the upgrading my characters before battle, my god, it's so stupid. Editor Banknote Currency here to remind you that if you're going to make a video like this, you should at least have bullet points. Anyway, I like to present two pieces of evidence, one being my attorney's badge, and two is the voiceovers for all the story until chapter 5. It's very cool. It makes digesting the story a lot easier. And 6 onwards, they're working on voiceovers for those as well. It's just that they're in the works, so.
この辺の環境に詳しそうだし、野外で生き延びる術も持ってる。お前ほどの適材はいないよ。お前、メリットはあるのかって聞いたよな。ほら見ろ。こんなすぐに見つかった。
One more thing, Judge, actually, the main thing on the back of my attorney's badge is, my god, the difficulty spike. From chapter 4 to 5, actually not even that, 3 to 4 there's a difficulty spike if you just didn't pull well, which I didn't pull very well. And from 4 to 5, that's where things get pretty hard, IMO. Going from the water crystal into chapter 5, where you go into the forest and start getting your ass beat by fucking some slimes. It's hard. It's really hard if you just don't have good gacha, because on my Bliss account I was able to get the Halloween Garu, and Garu is a buffer, so I didn't have to worry about it because my team would get buffed. But on now my quote main account, the regular New Carney, I just got White Day Yakumo, which is regarded as one of the weakest units because he's an early unit, and yeah, that sucked. So I had to put in so many days to build up characters just for me to get past stage 5. But after stage 5, you should be able to clear most content. You can clear content with like SRs and below. It's just going to take you more days to build up those characters compared to just having an SSR. So I just wanted to bring that up before the conclusion. Alright, I'm gonna go. Bye. Gacha King, please give us a TLDR. New Carnival, I'm going to give a B. Regular New Carnival, I'm giving a B because I think the game is fun. I think the characters are great, and the overall experience of the game, typical gacha fare really, but the characters really save New Carnival. If the boys, the men, were just about as dimensional as Nikkei, where the girls are just wow personality, you know what I mean, I would rank New Carnival 2 letters down. The game is very auto heavy gameplay wise, and when you turn off auto, it's probably because they're throwing a challenge at you. Then the game is kind of fun, but even then it's really basic. And the story too is also very basic. Final Fantasy, get the crystals together so I can save the world of Mr. Krabs. Great. But I can't bring myself to stop playing this game because I want to see how Eden and his relationship with all these men grow, because they do genuinely grow. Last year, Kuya didn't see Eden eye to eye still as a good replacement as Huey, but now he does. That's what we call character growth, and they're not just a static PNG. Yes, the gay in this game is also good if you want rating on that, whatever, I guess. But again, I wouldn't play this game willingly. If I wanted to just see gay, I would just go on Twitter, okay? Like, I genuinely want to see their relationships grow. 2019 guy. That puts Bliss in a really interesting situation because me and the gods already know why you're going to download this game, and that's just because gay. And yes, Bliss does technically show the gay, it's just that they can't obviously show the action scenes. So why release Bliss in the first place when you can just look up New Carney, go through Arrow Labs and download New Carney there, and then you get the quote full experience. The only thing that Bliss can outdo Arrow Labs is just convenience. You just go, oh yeah, go to the Google Play Store, oh Bliss is right there, download it, okay, open the game, download resources, and the first thing you're gonna see is Eden moding. Right now I would give Bliss a lower grade than regular New Carney just because it again doesn't really need to exist, but at the same time I wouldn't be making this video because I played Bliss technically for a week until I was like, you know what, if I was gonna put in all this time and effort just to not get gay, then I'll just download the regular version of New Carney, and that never would have happened if I never played Bliss. So I'm gonna give Bliss a B as well. Take it from the Gacha King. If you're gonna download New Carney, just download regular New Carney. It's not that hard. And if you're gonna download Bliss from the Play Store, that's just because you're gonna have a second account with that Bliss account, which is fine, and you can do whatever you want. So, you know, I'm not stopping you. I guess that's it. The next banners are Dante and Garu, and they're cowboys. That's cool. And if I got anything wrong, or if I have wrong opinions or whatever, you know where to yell at me. And you think they make new Carnival figures? You think that would be a possibility?